What is up, guys? Here we are today with the Fatty GDI deck from Noidhex. So obviously he's calling it the Fatty deck because it's got Shocks, Grens, and APC. We've got really like 3 pretty expensive Beefy Boy units. It's going to be interesting. We're going to have to open dogs, obviously, and then against infantry, we actually have the option of spamming dogs into APC. Like normally, if you don't have APC, you have to switch into the Shocks. But with APC, there's the option to simply go, if your opponent just makes lasers, you can just go into APC. So I might try that. We haven't got missiles. Our anti-air is Pitbull Talon. So a big weakness of this deck will be Banshee. Banshee will 1v1 both of our anti-air units. Although APC also shoots up, so that does help a lot. So maybe it won't be so bad. But yeah, we're gonna play it. We're gonna give it a go, and we're gonna see what happens. Okay, so the most important thing with every deck that contains shock troopers is to remember not to make barracks burst by accident. Because I'm so used to playing rifle decks with GDI. So we do need to remember to do dogs first. I'm gonna make a second dog. Although I should have waited to see what his building is. Okay, cool, he went barracks, so second dog is nice. Paul is saying tech's gonna be an issue for this deck. Maybe, Paul, maybe. The thing is, you have Grens and Shocks, so you can actually kill tech units. Like, a lot of the time, you just can't really kill tech units, but with Grens and Shocks, you definitely can. Alright, so because this guy's just going to keep making missiles, I'm actually going to go really fast APC. Like I was saying at the start of the video, normally you'd have to go Shocks in this spot, and it would be awkward. But because I have APC, I can just go straight into APC. And then APC will wreck these missiles. I actually could see this deck being decent with Liang because of the APC. Alright, so we win first missile pretty easily. Looks like he's on double half because there was a pause in the production of missile troopers. Yeah, just checked it out and he does have 2 halves. Gonna get a Gren and send it over.
Unit lost.
And then we'll just keep making some dogs to fight these missiles. Grens are pretty fast now. They're actually like reasonable for pressuring Harvester. If this was a Predator, it just wouldn't get there before he starts making tech units, but a Gren can actually get there pretty quickly. Oh, shock troopers. So we're going to take out the half. Easy. I missed it. Here we go. There we go. And zones. Now, we have shock troopers in our deck, so we should not be weak to zones. That's the plan, anyway. Look at how these dogs are doing against the zones. They're doing a pretty good job. But anyway, we have these shocks, so we should be able to annihilate these zones. Yeah, see you later, zone troopers. So this is the thing, because our deck is slightly more mid-range, what I mean by that is it's slightly more expensive. We've got, like, tier 2 versions of units instead of tier 1. We're actually able to fight tech units like head-to-head a little bit easier. Obviously, if the game goes long and our opponent starts making loads of tech units, we probably don't win. But the first couple of tech units are pretty easy to deal with because we've got these tier 2 variants of units.
3, 2, 1. New objective.
Alright, up against Pat Gurin. Not sure what that means. Makes me think of Penguin, though. Pat Penguin. Let's see what he does. He's got half and a rifle. So because he has the rifle, I'm going to go second dog. I'm pretty confident that he's open barracks, so second dog is likely to be good. Even if he tech switches into War Factory now, or Air Tower, which it looks like he's doing, by the time he gets that unit out, we can make our third unit. So like here, even if he'd gone bikes instead here, we would have still been able to respond with the Pitbull in time. So instead, he's actually going for mass lasers now. I'm surprised he's going mass lasers because he built the War Factory, right? He spent ages thinking and then built the War Factory instead of going laser. So that was surprising to me that he is going laser. So as I said before and last game, we can actually just go for a fast APC. And I don't know if this is going to be good enough, though. We're going to have to spam dogs to hold the pads. This Pitbull ended up being terrible. I shouldn't have made it. Like, I just made the Pitbull preemptively. It was bad. But we're going to APC block this guy out of the missile now. Haha! APC too strong. And we do take that first missile. So this is going to be a problem for me. I need Grens to kill this tank. But I can't use Grens when there's a flamer in nearby. So what I'm going to do is go shock troopers to fight the flames. And once the flames are cleared, then I'll make Grens. Then I'll make the Grens and take out this tank. I'm going to move these shocks up. Get the Grens onto the tank. Yeah, this is a big issue with pretty much all decks. All decks that are trying to use not tank to fight tank, you have problems killing tank. As you can see here, he can just run away now. Obviously, once we come down to the missile firing, he has no choice but to engage on the pads, and at that point, the Grens are going to be good. But until that point, the Grens aren't great. Oh, nice. So he's got a buggy here as well. The Grens are going to be good against that. We managed to get one grenade off. We'll just block this guy out, and that should be game. Very nice. As you can see, the tank, we never killed the tank. Like, catching the tank with the Grens was effectively impossible. Like, what happened was the tank just ended up not being relevant because the game was over. But we never actually were able to kill that tank, and we never would be able to unless our opponent let us. So that's one of the big issues with the Grens.
3, 2, 1.
Okay, up against Switchak. Or Switch AK, maybe? Maybe he wants to switch from an AK-47 to an AK... What's the other one called? I can't remember what the other AK is called. I played games with there's like a different AK that's like a more recent model, I think. Or maybe a less recent model, I'm not sure. Anyway. I don't know, I'm just talking stuff. I'm just saying words now at this point. There is like a longer AK rifle though, right? Superman is saying AKM. That might be the one I'm thinking of, yeah. So maybe that's what he's switching to. Okay, so this is a big issue for the deck because we don't have missiles. We don't have a cheap answer to this tank. As I said earlier, tank is going to be a problem for us. We don't have a way to kill a tank. I could use 2 Pitbulls. 2 Pitbulls will beat a Scorpion tank. That would be an option. But I've decided to go for the Grens here. I'm not sure if this is going to work out. We need to get the Grens on this pad. He actually just kind of let us onto the pad, so now we just block him out and we win the missile. Pretty big misplay from our opponent there. So we do get that first missile fairly comfortably. But as you see, the tank just ran away. This is kind of the problem. So we're going to send the boosted shots to fight the chems. He's actually running away. I think he should have just fought me there because he took a lot of damage while running. Yeah, look, we're managing to kill him 1v1 now. As you can see, the tank continues to run. We still haven't been able to kill this tank with the Grens. I think we're finally going to get it because he stopped running. But you can see how the Grens... Yeah, look, I still can't catch it. And this is kind of the issue, one of the big issues with Grens. It's just really, really difficult to ever actually catch up to your... Nice cat missile. 80 Tiberium to make my shock trooper move 1 tile. Absolutely nailed it. Okay, well, that's one way to beat... this is one way to beat chem troopers, my dudes. You just spam shocks at them. Looks like we should win this game fairly comfortably from here. Yeah, unless he has another Jade missile right now, the game is just over. Alright, very nice. Very nice.
Unit mission accomplished. 3.
Alright, we're up against my buddy Gorongo.
New objective received.
From the Germans.
Harvester ready.
See what Gorongo's doing. So he opens rifles, pretty standard stuff. That means he's not a Fnatic deck. Well, not guaranteed, but very, very likely he's not a Fnatic deck. And he goes rifle laser, sure. So usually the way you want to make this matchup go is you want to like tickle the rifles whilst the laser tries to move in. So we're going to keep making dogs for now. Hope he doesn't go bikes. He might just go straight into bikes. I did, that's annoying. It makes my dogs a lot worse. I'm going to make a Pitbull, I guess. I'm going to make a Pitbull and get all of my dogs on his lasers. It's okay to tank the bikes for a while. If they're shooting the dogs, they're not shooting the Pitbull. Which means the Pitbull wins super easily. And as you can see, the dogs are shredding his lasers. Let's get the dogs on the pad. Should win the missile here. We just block him out of top, and the dogs on the bottom will hold forever. Yeah, very nice. So what I'm going to do here, my options are to keep making Pitbulls or wait for Gren. I was planning to wait for Gren anyway, but now he's got this tank, it makes it even more appealing to wait for a Grenadier. One of the big problems in this deck is the sheer expense. Like, everything is super expensive. I saw some lasers as well, so that's why I'm making these shots. Yeah, everything is crazy expensive in this deck. I'm gonna make some more shots, because I'm expecting him to make infantry to fight this. If he goes air now, it's really bad, but otherwise we'll be fine. Get the Pitbull to handle this, get Grens in the middle here. Alright, looking nice so far. Get the shots on this. Oh, he drill podded onto a Gren. That's a really big mistake. The drill pod itself is a vehicle. So you don't want to drill pod. You really don't want to drill pod a vehicle. Sorry, next to anti-vehicle units. We want a drill pod, gonna boost this APC onto the pad, because once the APC's on, we're guaranteed to win the missile. Yeah, you don't want a drill pod next to an anti-vehicle unit, because it'll do loads of damage to the drill pod. Alright, that went really well. Basically, we got these Grens set up, and he had to come into them, and that's what I was saying about Grens. Like, if your opponent has to fight them, they're pretty good. But once he had to move into them, it was like, he didn't have any air units, which was his issue, because if he'd been able to switch into air, I would have struggled. Yeah, he only has the Banshee, which doesn't really do anything there. Okay, so we've got Gorongo again. I think he might adjust his opening based on the previous game. I think if he opens, like, if I was him, I'd probably want to open like Harvester Bites, because I have this tank and my opponent is trying to use Grens. Yeah, he's doing it because I have this Grens as my anti-tank unit. It's really expensive for me to switch into an answered tank, so I have to make Pipples to fight these bikes, and then he's going to go tank, and then I have to use Pipple to fight that as well, because I'm not going to have the 100 Tiberium to make Grenadiers instead. But he might go a second bike, he might just go straight into tank. Oh, he's gone into lasers. That's weird. I don't like that play. I think, like, because you have the tank, you're so good against War Factory, it's better just to keep fighting War Factory Mirror. By going into the infantry, you then go back to the same position you were in before, where you have to fight the dogs with your lasers, which isn't great. Alright, so we're going to get this. I need to kill this guy off, and then I need to get my dogs onto this. There we go. Alright, so get the Pipple on here. He shouldn't be able to kill these dogs in time. Let's get an APC up here. Oh, I didn't get the block. Oh, that's a big rip. I'm going to boost my APC and try and get onto the pad. I need to block here as well. Oh, the dog lives long enough? Oh my god. If I was Gorongo, I'd be pretty sad about that one. That kind of felt... that felt like he should have been able to stall. Or even flip, potentially. Alright, so here comes the tank. I need the 100 Tiberium for Grens to realistically fight it. Second tank. We're going to actually run the APC away. Normally I wouldn't run an APC away, but it's just going to die to the tank if I leave it there. So I'm going to wait till the Grens arrive. Okay, now he's sending that one of those tanks at my Harvester. He's actually going to send both tanks at my Harv, which is a reasonable play. I think I just need to make more Grens and go after them. Yeah, I think more Grens is the play here. Oh, and Drill Pod on them, that's annoying. He's going to definitely get my Harv. I don't think I can stop him. Yeah, easily gets the Harv. So let's take out these tanks. Thing is, he got the Harv, but he spent a lot of money doing it, so it's not even clear that it was a great play. It was a fine play for those tanks, but yeah, I don't know, man. Get these fit Grens on this tank. Get another APC down to deal with its flames. And then we're going to want some more Grens here as soon as possible. These ones are going down. More Grens. Let's get this APC on the pad. Right, so when he cracks this, we get missiles as well. And we have an answer to the tank. Alright, nice. We actually took out the tank there. That was a Banshee, but we've already got the APC. APC with Pipple support is going to be great here. And then obviously we've got missiles up here. So this Banshee switch isn't going to do him any favors. It's like I said at the end of last game, like, he has the Banshee as his only air unit, but it just isn't going to do much against my deck. Not unless he gets it out early. I know, actually, at the start of the game, at the start of the run, I said Banshee was going to be a problem because it beats the Pitbull and the Talon 1v1. But I think the strength of the APC and the fact the APC spawns the missiles makes you not as weak to Banshee as I predicted originally. Yeah, I actually think this deck is really interesting, Noid. Because you have the dogs, because you have APC, you don't have to switch to barracks to fight missiles. You can just go dog, 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 APC. Which means you don't have to build your barracks, which means you don't have to make shocks, which I think is pretty interesting.
3, 2, 1.
Okay, open the doggy boys. Doggies also, like, they only cost 10, but they are also fat boys, because they take forever to die. So this deck, I mean, apart from the Pipple and Talon are squishy, but everything else in this deck is pretty big. Pretty big hit point pool. I'm gonna see what building he has. Barracks. Barracks and, was that War Factory? Built his barracks and his War Factory before his first unit. That's a pretty big mistake. Just spent the money for no reason. Alright, we're just gonna spam some dogs. Pitbull, we'll just mirror that.
Unit ready.
Okay with him killing my dogs here. Alright, I want him to kill this dog, but not the 4-man dog. I want the 4-man dog still. Get another Pitbull out.
Unit
There's
lost.
some missiles. We get the 4-man dog to intercept down and boost this guy so it wins this pitbull mirror. Well, oh, I misclicked the dogs.
Unit lost.
Should win down south because of the boost, and then we just win the missile. Yep, very nice.
Nuclear missile launched.
Brought the dogs in case we needed some support.
Unit ready.
Now we'll go for some Grens. Let's see if we can get the low hit point pitbull to kill his pitbull whilst he's killing my dogs. Yeah, he isn't even retargeting.
Unit ready.
Grens up here. Get him, Grens, get him.
Unit lost. Unit lost.
Look at how much the pitbull just runs away from me. This is the problem with Grens. Look at this. Can't even kill this pitbull. Now I know Predator can't catch a pitbull either, but Predator 2-shots it, so you only need to catch it a little bit. You don't need to catch it a lot.
Unit
You just need to catch up to it like once or twice and you'll take it out. A Razorback. I guess we can go Talon. This is the first Talon I've made this run. I don't even really need to make it. I'm just making it because I can.
Unit enhanced.
Basically just been playing this 5-card deck up until now.
Missile
Alright, cool. Pretty straightforward win. And right there, just by the way, I won that first missile because I Jackson boosted my pitbull on the south pad.
accomplished.
My opponent didn't use his commander power. So, if I'd been playing Solomon as well, I don't know who wins that first missile. It could be either of us. But instead, I won the first missile thanks to Jackson. And then he never used his commander power. So, you know, Solomon maybe not so good. Alan, spelled with an E, from F Pay 2 winners.
3, 2, 1.
Excellent.
New objective available.
Get some doggos out.
Harvester ready.
See some wheels. We get the harvester, no problem. He gets harvest as well. I don't think I can block it. Maybe? Ah, it's close. If I'd gone for it right away, I might have got there. Might have got the block. Alright, so I expect bikes. Maybe second half. He's gonna get Pitbull.
Ready.
He's actually might just go... Oh, he's gone barracks. Okay. It's so weird, man. It's so weird when people build, like, a unit from their first building and then build a second building. Like, I find that really strange. Like, what is in your war factory that you open wheels and then you don't have an answer to dogs, you know? Like, that's so strange.
Online.
So I could have gone APC, but instead I'm going to go Shock Troopers. I'm just feeling the Shock Troopers here. It looks like we're just going to win the missile because the doggos is too tanky. This is the thing about dogs, man. I see a lot of people complaining that dogs aren't great because their DPS is too low. But the amount of times you win first missile just because dogs are so tanky is crazy. Like, it's just so hard to kill dogs on the first missile. The GDI can, like, it's a really powerful start to have dogs. Oh, it's Chuggy Marauder. Okay, this could be a huge problem. Yeah, this is a big problem. So we're gonna have to use Grens. We don't have a way to kill Marauder through Chuggy, and we don't have a way to kill Chuggy through Marauder. So we're gonna have to use Grens, and I think Grens are pretty bad against Chuggy. Let's find out. Not super hyped. He did boost, so fair enough, I guess. But yeah, you know, you're not happy with seeing that one. We're gonna move these Pitbulls past in an attempt to intercept an incoming Chuggy. There's some boosted wheels. Need to pick some of those off. Yeah, this is a tough matchup, man. Chuggy Marauder is tough for this deck for sure. I just can't kill these Marauders easily enough. Look at this, I can't get on the pads. Oh, come on, APC, kill this guy. Kill this guy and get on the pads. Go, 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 go. Go, 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 go. I think we're in trouble here. Yeah, man, Marauder Chuggy is hard to deal with. And this is the thing, man. You'd think that Shocks would be, like, really good versus Marauder. That's one of the units they should beat up on. But actually, it's so easy to kill Shocks. It's so easy to kill Shocks off with other defending units that it's really hard to ever get the Shocks at the Marauders. Alright, so we need to focus for this next missile since we're now up against it. Definitely going to lose our APC soon. There's another Chuggy. Gonna boost this Pitbull and try and take out the Chuggy ASAP. I think to spam Pitbulls. I'm surprised he hasn't made any more mutants. I really think mutant would be like the best unit for him right now. But yeah, no mutants for some reason. Need to get these Shocks down here. Need to get the Shocks on these lasers. Alright, as long as this Pitbull up here lives, I think we win. Nice. Tough matchup though. Very tough matchup.
Unit lost. You are victorious.
Okay, up against Alan again.
New objective.
So we know this is a pretty tough matchup. Mutant Chuggy is definitely going to be hard to deal with.
Harvester
So he's gone laser first this time. Probably because he knows we're going dog first. That's okay. We'll just make some more doggos.
Unit ready.
He's probably going to go laser. Okay, there's the second laser. Gonna keep making dogs for now. Maybe we're gonna go APC. We might go APC, we might go shocks. Haven't decided yet. I think I'm gonna go shocks because he has this third laser up here.
Unit ready.
Like, this is a lot of lasers, so I'm gonna go shocks to try and punish. He'll probably go into Chuggy in response. But my game plan is just to have dogs on each pad. Oh, he's gone flames. Okay, boosted them, but I got the dogs on each pad, so we win the missile easily. Good job, doggos. Doggos doing doggo things as usual. So this guy has flames and Chuggy. That's a weird deck for sure.
Unit lost.
Now let's get the APC out. So his answer to APC is going to be mutant, so we want more shots. Man, if that flame is going to go sit on my base, I'm going to ignore it. Has he changed deck entirely? Why is he going double half? I think he might have completely changed deck, because there's no real reason to go double half based on the deck he had last time. Yeah, I'm definitely going to ignore those flamers. If he wants to put flames on my base, then, you know, crack on, mate. More power to you.
Unit ready.
Some grannies. It looks like the game's just over, to be honest. I'm not sure why he went to Harvester.
Unit
I don't know if he changed deck. It doesn't look like it. I can't, yeah, I don't understand why he went too hard, but the game is just over now.
launch.
Putting the flame on my deck as well. I think he was trying to distract me, but obviously I just ignored it because it doesn't do anything.
Enemy base destroyed. 3, 2, 1.
Okay, let's see what Danny has. Let's go, Danny. Oh, Danny boy. The pipes are calling. I probably just upset my Scottish viewers quite dramatically with that one. Alright, so this guy's gone dog pitbull with no harvester, which is very weird.
Unit
Like, there's no way he could afford dog and pitbull, so he's just GDI no harv. GDI no harv is not good. The only GDI unit that is cost efficient enough to make no harvester ever work is MG.
Unit ready.
GDI no harv does not work without MGs. Alright, so we got him to shoot our dogs a bit. Now we're ahead in the pitbull mirror.
Unit ready.
Need to get some pitbulls on these pads.
Missile cancelled.
Boost this bad boy as well. I actually need to stay down here, I think.
Unit lost.
Okay, so we actually take first missile. Oh, hang on. Thought we were going to take first missile, but not quite. Alright, so we should take first missile here. He should run out of money now.
Lost.
Like, I'm out of money and I have a harvester, so... Oh, I need to block up here. If I let his dogs on, then I'm in trouble. Oh, so many dogs. Oh my god. No! No! We're gonna lose first missile to the dog spam.
Unit
Ah, ripperoni.
launch.
Oh well. It's not a big deal. No half decks are heavily favoured first missile. If he'd lost first missile, the game is just completely over for him. But the dog spam saved him. This is what I'm saying, man. Dogs are so good. Like, when people are like, oh, dogs aren't good, they haven't got good DPS. They're really good units.
Online.
Anyway, we're gonna get Grenz now because he's like no half war factory, so there's no way he can beat Grenz. And I want to stay on his harvester area as well. Yep, that's exactly what I was expecting.
Unit ready.
So now he's sunk all of his remaining money into this harvester, so we're just gonna go kill it. Just gonna kill this turret. Best way for a turret is just to blow it up. And then we're gonna take out his half. So we're gonna get second missile for free, effectively. Like, he managed to take first missile, but we effectively get second missile for free because of the fact he's out of money.
Missile launched.
And now we're gonna keep him off of harvesting for the rest of the game as well. We're just gonna go park stuff on his harvester spot. We'll just never let him harvest again.
Unit enhanced. Unit ready.
Yeah, I mean, this one's over now. This is the thing about no halve. If you try and switch into a harvester later on, then you never have the money to defend it. So you kind of get run over a little bit. We're even going to start harassing his base a bit here with the Grens.
Unit lost.
I guess I'll put APC on the pad as well, just to guarantee he doesn't steal it with something.
Unit enhanced.
Yeah, there you go, guys. There you go. No halve falls apart after the first missile. I actually think the economy in this game is a pretty big issue because, like, no halve just has no money, and two harvester has way too much money.
Mission accomplished. 3, 2, 1.
Alright, last game for the Fatty Boom Boom deck. Up against Ice 111103. Now I'm gonna do my obligatory joke where I say, I wonder what happened to Ice 1 through 111102. Haha, always funny, guys, always funny. Alright, so he's gone barracks, we're just gonna make some doggos. He's not focusing the same dog, which is a mistake, so he's not killing them anywhere near as quickly as he could be. And he goes into Pitbull. So we want to lose this doggo, get our own Pitbull. Again, this doggo here, I'm okay with him taking some damage. And we should just win the missile because he can't get through the doggos in time. And there you go. Doggo OP against barracks. Now we're going to go APC. No real reason to tech switch into the GDI, into the barracks here. When we have this sweet APC to deal with missiles. And we'll use our Pitbull to kill his Pitbull whilst our APC is tanking. So he doesn't get rid of the APC with his Pitbull. Move the APC up. Probably just going to make more APCs here, to be honest with you. Going to let him shoot my dogs and then shoot back with the Pitbulls. And we're going to get another APC and bring it up north. Again, when he's shooting the APC, we'll use the Pitbulls to defend it. And move these dogs up, get this Pitbull onto the pad. Use the Pitbulls rotating through the APC. This is basically how you're supposed to play APC, in my opinion. You make the APC and then you defend it with other units. I guess we'll Talon here for the Razorback. Probably went Razorback in anticipation of the missiles, but obviously the missiles aren't out yet. And wow, look at that. Absolutely dominant for the thick boy deck. Didn't even, basically just played War Factory. I made Pitbulls, dogs, and APCs and I won. So there we go, guys. The Fatty Boom Boom deck. All of the fatties. The deck played out better than I thought it was going to. The Chuggy was a huge issue. The Chuggy deck was hard. Like, Chuggy Mutant, that was a really tough matchup. I'm not sure about the Talon. I don't think the Talon's very good in this deck. I'm not 100% sure what I'd make it instead. I think, like, Borka would be really good if Borka didn't suck now. But I think Borka might be terrible at the moment, so it's probably not worth playing. But yeah, I didn't really like the Talon. I'm not sure what the Talon should be instead, but I didn't really like the Talon. I think the issue is without the Talon, you're weak to air because you don't have the missiles. Although you can get missiles from a cracked APC. So maybe the Talon is a requirement for specific fights. Anyway, that deck, not terrible, not amazing or anything, but decent deck. It's from Noidhex. Noidhex is a pretty good deck builder. I'm always impressed by the decks he comes up with. I always look at them and think they look like they're going to be bad, and then they usually end up being pretty good. So yeah, not the worst, honestly, not the worst. I'm not sure if it would just be better with snipers instead of shocks, though. Often that's the case with shock decks, you'd just be better off with snipers. And with the APC to frontline for the sniper as well, I think it could just be better with snipers. Alright, hope you guys enjoyed that one, and I will see you next time.